My dear, you was on such a roll. So tell me, if you're a leftist, what is a democracy?
If I'm a leftist, it's only the things I want to happen. If it doesn't agree with what I want, then it's no longer a democracy, but what is it? What do they call it?
I don't remember what they said. It's anarchy or something. Yeah.
Look.
And just like, it's only constitutional if I agree. Yep.
Look, we were watching that InfoWars and all these women and men, and the second you start asking them serious questions, thoughtful questions, okay, well, where did you get your information? You know, that kind of thing.
Right.
You know, and they just, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm
Yep.
done with this interview. I don't get, or they result to insults and you know, insults and all of that.
Yeah.
Some young man there said something, I was like, oh my gosh, but
Yeah.
it's like I told my husband earlier, we don't need an apology. We don't need, you know what? We don't even need you to agree with us at this point. We need you to firmly with 2 hands, grab your own head and pull it out of your own butt. Okay? And now start really thinking through things.
Yep.
Think about what you're seeing. Don't just believe everything you hear from the social medias and stuff.
It's like the media in this January 6th thing. All you're getting is one side of the story. There's no cross-examination. No one gets to defend themselves. It's like there's all this rage about this young girl, very young, good-looking young girl. She just did testimony. And even by her own accounts, this is hearsay. Mm-hmm. And she named other people who have already said they didn't say that. She wouldn't even be allowed in a court of law.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to understand, this is not a court of law. This is an opinion. They're putting it out there with a producer from ABC is producing this January 6th thing. Mm-hmm. It's all nonsense. Trump doesn't get to defend himself. Even if this does go to trial, it'll be just like everything else. They're going to throw it out. It's nonsense. It's hearsay. She's the newest version of that Brinkley Ford girl, right?
Oh, Brinkley.
Yeah, whatever her name was. Yeah. It's a wild accusation. It's unsubstantiated, and it's not founded in truth or evidence. Yet, the Congress of the United States gets to put this stuff out on TV, and there's no accountability for this. I mean, you would have to be some kind of a simple individual to actually look at this and think that they're trying to get to the truth, because they're not.
No, they're not.
I mean, okay, the president tried to grab a steering wheel, okay? Let me explain what is between the president of the United States and his driver. Bulletproof glass.
That's right.
So, yeah, it's nonsense. Even the Secret Service, they said they want to testify. But if they do testify, what's going to happen is they will put them in a back room somewhere. It won't be televised.
And then you will only get to hear whatever they want you to hear, and not a thing more. Yeah.
But this is democracy, and what the problem is I sympathize with people. I mean, like my wife says, it's Sodom and Gomorrah, East and West Coast. Look, if you guys want to murder babies out there, go ahead. I don't agree with it, but please don't tell me that I live in a state where the majority of the people don't want to murder babies. Do not force that ruling on us.
That's right.
It's not cool.
Nope.
If you people want only gangbangers to have guns, by all means, that's your choice. Don't force your choice down my throat.
Correct.
Yes.
And
But yeah, huh?
Anywho.
Anywho.
Every now and then I'll watch something that he's watching, and I'm like, please. You have nothing behind you. I mean, people, there's educated women.
I feel, therefore it is.
And it's not.
You can't tell me what you lost. It's like I tell people, you haven't lost anything. Tell me what you lost. You live in California, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
You didn't lose anything.
I'll bring it around to the Bible, man.
Right?
Our hearts are wicked and deceitful.
Yes.
So don't trust your heart. Trust
But,
God.
I mean, really, there should be different laws for people that live in California and us. I remember years ago when I lived in California, there was a huge movement saying that California should secede for the Union. I can get behind that one. Bye-bye.
Anyway.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay? One other thing, right? I was reading this story from, was it Chile?
Yes.
Yes, in Chile, they had a huge group of women out there that were pro-abortion, right? This was wonderful. They're saying that it's a clump of cells, it's not a baby, it's a parasite, and all of this stuff, right? 3 young ladies walked out there with microphones strapped to their belly and played a microphone where you could hear the baby's heartbeats, and you could have heard a pin drop in that crowd of angry women, because that one thing told you right there, they're babies.
Yeah, and you committed murder.
Yes, and you're murdering.
Yep, and you committed murder.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like that crowd silenced instantly.
And there's no two ways about to think about it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm gonna tell you a quick, cute little fact. When we've had 4 babies, and there is a difference between a viable pregnancy and a non-viable pregnancy. Okay, sometimes your body just doesn't do the right thing, and therefore you'll have a miscarriage. With all our 4 kids, there is, when you take an ultrasound at the very earliest stages of pregnancy, there's really nothing to look at. It's just essentially a little, whatever. But in that little whatever they might call a clump of cells, there's a little dot, and next to the dot, there's a bright point of light right next to it. Okay, that's the difference between a viable and non-viable pregnancy. I know this all might sound a little woo-woo for you, but there's light there.
You saw it.
Yeah, I saw it, and I mean,
My wife had a miscarriage.
I had a miscarriage.
And they
for a long
showed
time.
it to
Yeah,
her.
The lady showed me. She says, "You know how we know when pregnancy is viable?" And that's how I know. But when it's a non-viable, there's nothing. There's nothing but darkness. And what what would you say? Like what more reference to this people?
A gift from God.
Yeah, a gift from God is light. Just like Jesus is the light. Just like, so, and the darkness comes from the evil one. So, watch yourselves.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.